Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, don't step in that. Shine her up good. Streaking beacon, baby. So today in this video, we're going to be going right off the website that they have. I'm going to be using my iPad here to help me. Reading right off the website, talking about requirements, information, and just some basic knowledge about if you're thinking about transitioning, coming over to Sweet to drive with us, some things that you can expect, some info, some requirements, some perks, some benefits, stuff like that. We're going to cover it all in today's video here for you. So stick around, sit tight, and watch through to the end. Appreciate it. So some of the driving positions we have available, let's just dive right into it. We have solo over the road, Midwest regional, East Coast regional, and then owner operator if that's your forte. We'll touch on that a little bit towards the end of the video. But some important information, just some general stuff right off the top. As far as equipment is concerned, we have Kenworth's, Freightliners, Internationals. Most of them have the Cummins, and if not, they have the Detroit, the DD15 or whatever it is Freightliner has. That's what I currently have at the moment. Samsara ELDs, refrigerators, Elite Pass, APUs, and inverters. Some requirements: must be able to drive, it says here, must be able to drive a manual transmission, which are 10-speed, that's what we have here. Must have 3 months of recent and verifiable CDLA tractor-trailer experience, pulling 53-foot trailers within the last 12 months. Just going right off what the website says. Must be able to pass a road test, must have a valid medical card. Application must show all DOT-sensitive driving employment history, including any previous prospective employers that a drug screen was taken within the last 10 years. I know this all kind of sounds like a mouthful. I'm kind of throwing it all at you at once, but you can check it all out at the website. I'll leave it in the link description below. I'll have the website and all the information and stuff if you need to check some of this out and see everything that you need to see as far as this is concerned. And it has under the additional, it says SAP applicants considered. I've gotten some of my referrals in the past have been SAP applicants, and they really haven't had any problems. As long as you get through the program, it doesn't seem to be an issue really with getting you guys onboarded. But on the website, it says applicants considered. So call up recruiting, talk to Nick, and see what we can do here for you. 5 days of PTO as a new hire, which is good. Pet and rider policy available, 70-80% drop and hook. And also says here live updates on loads, routes, and equipment, 24/7 dispatch, 24/7 shop, and load downtime. Loaner trucks are available when needed. Getting back to the driving positions that we do have available, I'm going to start with the solo OTR guys, then go to the Midwest, East Coast, and then owner operator. I'm just going to read what they have to say here. It says, for solo over the road, it says all 48 states, 2 weeks out, 2 to 3 days home. It varies. Average 2,000 to 3,000 miles a week. You'll probably be seeing more on the high side, like 3,000. You can even expect 3,000 plus miles a week. Just talking to different people in the company, that's what they average. They have no forced dispatch to New York City. Competitive wages starting at 54 cents a mile plus. Benefits start day one. So for the OTR and basically all the driving positions that we have open, we start at 54 cents a mile, but if you're coming over here with experience, depending on how much you have, how much is verifiable, so on and so forth, we'll definitely get you a little north of that. So you'll have to talk to Nick in recruiting when you submit an app, and he'll reach out to you. You guys can go back and forth with that and just see where you land and what we can offer you specifically. Midwest regional. So this would be home every weekend if you live in the Midwest, and that covers these states as the website says here. You said you run Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, Ohio, South Dakota, Wisconsin. It's all dry van, 99% no-touch freight, no forced dispatch to NYC again, and then it says competitive wages start at 54 cents plus benefits again start day one. Now if you're East Coast regional, that's where I fall under because I live here in Northeast Pennsylvania. So the East Coast running lanes are Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, DC, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, Connecticut, and Michigan. We do a lot of like back and forth to Michigan. We obviously have a lot of freight, a lot of customers out that way. So I frequently do go out to Michigan. I'm actually going out to Michigan for my next load. So it does happen a lot. Just some more general basic information. We all have solo driving positions, so we do not have any teams, unfortunately. If that's what you're into, sorry, we can't help you there. Dry van, general freight, 99% no touch again, 70-80% drop and hook, it says. 500-mile minimum on any loaded move. So I wanted to touch on this a little bit here specifically because this is a great perk, I think, in my opinion. So for any loaded move that you make that's under 500 miles, Sweet will pay you 500 miles. So I've actually covered a video on this in the past, and I talked about it in the past pretty frequently, but I believe this is a very great perk, and it's a good way to rack up a lot of miles and a lot of money pretty quickly without actually having to physically run those miles. I don't know of any other trucking company that has this perk, this benefit, and it's just an easy way to make a lot of money pretty rapidly. So 500 miles, you will get paid for any move that's under 500. So even if it's 100, 200, 300, doesn't matter, it all pays 500. So basically on any move that you make, you're gonna at least get paid for 500 miles. See how this can add up pretty quickly. The equipment, it says Kenworth T680, Freightliner, Cascadias, and Internationals. We do have automatic and manual transmissions available, but we have a lot of people coming in to Sweet. We're actually taking a ton of people in, and our orientation classes are pretty filled. So we don't have a lot of equipment available. So if you're maybe you're thinking like I need an automatic for sure, you'll have to call and talk to recruiting about that, because I'm not sure if we have any available. We just don't have a ton of equipment just to give out to everybody. I mean, like I said, we have a lot of people coming in, so the equipment that we do have available, it's limited. But anyway, moving on. Layover breakdown pay, they're both $100 per day after 24 hours. Detention pay is $15 an hour after 2 to 3 hours, depending on the load. Again, no forced dispatch to New York City. Pet policy, you get one dog with a $400 pet deposit, which will be deducted in $50 increments until the deposit is met. As far as the rider policy is concerned, you can have one rider. It says must be at least 9 years of age. $40 per month for insurance purposes, obviously, to cover this person. Children, whomever. Benefits start day one of hire. So yeah, when you're in orientation, you fill out the paperwork, you hand it over to HR. Congratulations. You got your benefits. And we have vacation pay. As far as the wages are concerned, we did talk about the 54 cents and up, depending on experience. We do have per diem, and it's obviously weekly pay via direct deposit, or you could get paper check if that's what you need, or that's what you're going for too. We have a referral program as well. It says rewarding driver referral program, $300 per month for up to 6 months. You must have referrer's full name on application for referrer to be eligible. So with that being said, if you guys would like to list me as your referrer, if you found this video helpful or any of my content helpful, I'll leave my information down linked in the description box below with my full name and truck number. I'll also probably put it across the bottom of the screen to make it real easy for everybody. My name is Michael, and I'll put my last name there and then my truck number, which is 23631. But you don't have to, but if you found this video helpful, and that's what I find a lot of the time, that people are just very grateful that they've come across all this great information from a driver who's been here a little while, that they just have no problem listing me. It's free to do so. You just got to write my name, and like I said, I'll put it across the bottom. I'll have it in the description box below. So appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Now, I talked about getting to the owner-operators side of things now, so that's what we'll hit next. Current offerings, it says dry van 99% no-touch freight, no forced dispatch, pick and choose your loads when and where, and when you go home. No hazmat, Canada, or Mexico. That talks about the referral program again. Paid weekly via paper check or direct deposit. Rider policy is available. It says here you're paid 80% of gross upon the agreed upon amount of the load. Includes trailer rental, includes cargo insurance, and the sign-on is owner ops only and excludes lease purchase. $1,000 for every 10,000 miles driven. Paid in full at $60,000 and or $6,000 paid out. And here's what Suite can provide. It says company provided plate renewals on September 30th of each year, fuel card, insurance, highway 2290, elite pass for the way station and tolls, fuel reimbursement for driving your truck to our orientation located in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Reimbursement will be discussed and determined prior to arrival. Now, for the owner apps, it says under the expenses, highway 2290 with visible watermark. If you do not have one, Suite Express can provide one at the fee of $550. If Suite provides the highway 2290 after June 1st, the fee will be prorated. $255 charge per transaction if using company provided fuel card. Weekly. Fuel is deducted weekly. Elite pass if applicable. $50 weekly deduction until escrow is met. $500 it says in parentheses. Samsara ELD. $200 weekly until weekly deduction until escrow is met, which is $200. And the physical / non-trucking liability deducted weekly if applicable. Monthly, $155 occupational or accidental insurance, $55 for the Samsara ELD, $22 for the Elite Pass rental fee, and then it says if the owner operator's truck ever falls under Suite Express physical damage insurance, that amount will be deducted monthly. Quarterly, IFTA varies on how much you fuel per state, and then a $50 IFTA prep fee. What we need to get you started. So if you're coming over here as an owner operator, this is what you need. Full application, proof of ownership, title, and it says title and or lease agreement if applicable. SS4 form if titled under an LLC or DBA must provide a DOT inspection report that has been completed within 30 days of the owner operator coming in for orientation. So, and then at the very bottom of the page, it says here, if you have a question, you can kind of fill out the form and send it to them. This is just right off the Suite website, guys. I didn't touch on every single thing, but this is just general kind of stuff we have available. If you want or need anything specific answered, you can surely leave it down in the question, leave your question in the comments down below. I'll answer as soon as possible. I'm usually pretty good about making myself available for anybody and everybody, answering everybody's concerns or questions or comments, talk about anything. You can ask any one of my referrals. I probably got at least 24 of yous now. Shout out to all of my referrals. But it's a good company. Overall, it's a good company. And for the folks like me that have had a little bit of a checkered past, I have had a DUI in my personal vehicle. It happened in 2019. I got hired on here at Suite with a DUI on my record. SAP applicants, you guys are probably going to be all right as long as you completed the program, like I said before. Felons, people with misdemeanors, stuff like that, where this is how they explain it to me. We're not a second chance kind of company, but we like to give a lot of folks with checkered past opportunities that a lot of other mega carriers or bigger trucking companies probably wouldn't. And it's a good company to work for. I mean, we got good equipment, we got steady lanes, I mean, consistent mileage, weekly pay, benefits start day one. It's like, it's either this or Western Express. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you know what they say about Western Express, so you don't have to settle for that kind of nonsense anymore. Orientation is like 2 days. I think it's like a Tuesday and a Wednesday. I think they switched it over to. We have a ton of people coming in for orientation, so if you're thinking about applying, sooner the better. Reach out, talk to somebody, talk to recruiting. Just fill out an app on the website, driveforsuite.com. I'll have that all linked in the description box below for everybody to refer to. And yeah, trucks run 68 on the pedal and 70 on the cruise. No driver facing cameras. We only have cameras that face outward. None of them actually face towards the driver, so I don't sit there and watch it all day long. That can be a big perk, I guess, for a lot of people. Some people don't like that. It doesn't bother me, but we don't have them, so you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I think that's it. I probably missed some stuff, but anything specific, just leave it down in the leave your questions in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to answer it as soon as possible. So, with all that being said, guys, thanks for tuning in. Like this video if you're into this kind of stuff. Subscribe if you're new. It's free to do so, and it only takes a second. It helps out the channel, it helps me grow a little bit. And yeah, hope to see you guys here soon. Come on over to Sweet Man, see what it's all about. Talk to you guys soon. Peace.